Breakdancing, bro, chill out.
Suckers try to battle, but they get their heads burst. Suckers try to battle, but they get their heads burst. Suckers try to battle, but they get their heads burst. Suckers try to battle, but they get their heads burst. Suckers try to battle, but they get their heads burst. Suckers try to battle.
What's up, everyone? It's the It's Just Breaking podcast. We got episode number 52, and right now we're carrying some dangerous goods because we got the homie Boobjester in the house, yo, all the way from Winnipeg, who lives in Toronto now, baby. Let's go.
It's good, boys. Nice to be on the show. Fan, watch it every now and then. Grab a beer.
Yo, thanks a lot, bro. You're not just a fan, but you're the boss of this, yo. Let's go.
I don't know about all that,
Yo, we'll go a little bit more into that later on, but yeah, yo. So right now, like the biggest thing that just happened was the Vancouver qualifier for their CDS jam, and then we're gonna talk about the Ontario one because Boobjester was actually one of the judges on that. Man. So we like to ask you, what was it like judging the Ontario qualifiers?
I mean, it's dope. I love watching breaking and the new talent these days. Like just kind of reflecting over like how many years and generations of different styles and different scenes coming in and out. It's really nice and fresh to just see the new scene just like hold it down. And I got to test the first time the threefold system. Which is very interesting. My first time touching that for an actual battle. So
So about that, like, so what was it called? What do you think about the trifold? Is it called the trifold?
Threefold. It's called the threefold system.
Okay.
It was created about like around the whole process of creating a system in general, leading towards like a professional judging system started around maybe 2011, 2012.
What? That long ago?
Damn. Yeah, like Disney created the system.
True.
And then I think a lot of different people around the world were experimenting with different systems, and I think the threefold system just like in the past like 5-6 years they started implementing it.
Okay.
The threefold system is just the step before the actual trivium system that they use at the World Dance Sport like World Championships and things.
Right.
Like
yeah,
that.
I remember hearing about that one. Yeah, the trivium.
But it's pretty cool.
Made it,
it's
or where'd it come from?
A lot of it leans on Storm and his ideas of just trying to find a more holistic way of judging, and not creating standards, but more so like how everything is interconnected between like physicality. They call it mind, body, and soul.
Okay.
The body is like the physical, athletic kind of type body control stuff. The mind is like the creativity, and the soul is the interpretive, like how you interpret the music or the dance.
Oh, that's what those categories mean.
So that's kind of like
the
super high summary of what it is. It gets super deep.
True, that makes sense.
We had to go through a 2-day course, 3 hours a day.
Holy shit.
3 hours a day.
Learning the definitions of and like how it's broken down, why it's broken down like that. Things between on like standards and comparison, like comparing what's in front of you, like and then the second day you're just judging on YouTube clips.
Oh, yo, I was gonna ask that. Yo, I was gonna ask like,
you're just doing it like this and like, ooh. So it's super. It's a very cool, like to be in the same room as like Storm and Renegade and.
Wait. So you have to do it in person, or is it like an online kind of thing?
It's an online congress. It's a judging congress. You register for it. There's a bunch of qualifications you need prior to even being accepted into something like that. Yeah. like 20. You have to judge at least 20 battles in your lifetime.
20 battles. Oh, okay, interesting.
Just as one thing, but I don't want to dive too deep into that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I was wondering, like, if they actually like make you watch a bunch of footage, and be like, yo, you gotta judge this right, and then if you judge it right, that's like basically like the test.
Yeah, they
that's pretty smart actually.
You access the app, and then you just kind of like watch a battle, then you can see how everybody judges and things like that. The whole system is basically to eliminate the biases that people may have prior to going into
the Toronto system.
The Toronto system.
The bias.
The BIAS system, yo.
We're making up our own system.
The BIAS.
We'll touch on that in a later time.
Okay.
It's called the bias system.
Yo, the breaking.
Wait, what was it called?
What is it called? What is it?
Yo, the BIAS system we're gonna use is just breaking jam, bro. It's gonna be the breaking intellectually accredited system, bro. BIAS.
Oh yes.
BIAS system.
No,
I'll get
no,
trained in it.
yeah, but that's sick though. I mean, like that's important having like a system in for breaking because breaking is so subjective. It's good to have everything like have some structure into like how people like decide who wins because you know it's like people's lives when they break or whatever, right? You gotta want to pick like
Yeah,
the right
Yeah,
winner.
yeah,
literally
and it's
people's
like
lives.
if nobody's gonna hire like go to the Olympics and be like, I want you to point, and like, why did you point that way? And you can't even
Yeah,
explain why
exactly. Mhm,
you
exactly.
pointed that way. So
The
it's a
Yeah.
really
gold
great
medal
way to
hand.
like process it and break it down, and it shows immediate results. If you go to the website, you can go there and see how much percentage each category is. It's pretty cool.
Mhm.
And but yeah, I totally get it and I totally understand. And I'm all about the evolution of breaking.
Yo,
Like it's
100%,
it's
yo.
not for my generation anymore. It's for the young ones. The
True, true,
young
true. Yo,
you gotta pave the way. Yo.
so speaking of paving the way in the generations, yo, so Boob, yo, how did you start breaking? Like, and were you originally from Winnipeg?
Yeah, Winnipeg, born and raised.
Yo,
Started breaking in 1994.
dude, that's before I was
Uh,
born, bro.
oh shit!
Yeah, bro. Jeez.
Oh man. Yeah, so I started breaking in 94 with my crew, Mischief crew. Breaking was really popular around that time in Winnipeg. Every high school had a breaking crew. So shout outs to like the old school Winnipeg
Yeah.
Cats, Flip Rock, Midnight, Winnipeg Dynamic, Method Breakers, Surreal Style, Hydro. There's so many that I can name off, but those were some of the better crews. I mean, we thought we were good breakers, but then you watch the footage and we're like, oh man, we're shit. So, but yeah, that's how I started. I started with my crew, and yeah, I just saw another school, a bunch of breakers start breaking at a house party, and I'm like, yo, that's fucking sick. And then they taught us, and then we ended up being part of the same crew. So that's kind of like the story of how I started breaking and stuff. So
That makes sense.
So did you guys cause a lot of mischief?
yeah, like I can say like battles were pretty, when you're a young kid and you don't know how to control your emotions. Like sometimes battles would last like 3 rounds, and then your crew and their crew would just start like, let's do a fucking fight or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
Cypher
my
battle,
God.
baby. Let's go. Like
So
that.
Yes.
but yeah, no, it was a good time in that era. But we didn't know really what hip hop culture was and stuff like that. We just kind of saw what was popular. Only
True.
until like in later years, like, oh shit, hip hop is dope.
That
And
makes sense.
connecting that to breaking was really cool.
So how about now in the Winnipeg scene? So what is the Winnipeg scene like? Because we obviously know Ifrit or whatever, and he's like right now like the guy that's representing the most in the new generation from Winnipeg.
Yeah, no, Winnipeg is like, even for me, like because I moved here about 6 years ago, and I still try and keep an eye on out what's going on there. Right now, currently, it's like Gago Brothers, which is
I
like,
seen them at the I saw
Yeah.
that name at the Vancouver jam. I didn't see
Yeah.
that battle, but I saw them. So they're from Winnipeg.
yeah, like J-Rec,
Oh yeah,
Marion,
J-Rec. Yeah, okay.
How, and like Majo, like their crew is their crew is there. They were from a previous generation when we were still around with Dangerous Goods, but they're one of the only crews that are left, like full crews in Winnipeg.
Oh,
Like
okay.
even Winston's only has like Kybalion, which is like everywhere else.
Everyone, yeah.
But
Shout
the scene is
out.
really small. The scene's really small.
That makes sense. But then there's gonna be a big jam that's happening, like the jam that you're telling us about in August.
Yeah.
Tell us about that one.
All right.
Oh
So
man, we're just skipping a bunch of steps.
No. We're good. We're on track, baby.
we're
Don't
going
worry,
all
we're
over the
professionals.
place.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
very August 6th, definition of ill. We're throwing a 1 versus 1 in Winnipeg to kind of half celebrate Dangerous Goods 20-year anniversary.
Oh shoot! Okay, so it's an
But
anniversary.
not really our anniversary jam. It's just more like, we've been doing this for 20 years. Let's do something great for Winnipeg, because we've been part of that scene for so long, and we know like Winnipeg is a different dope vibe if you ever roll through. Like if you want to try something different from like what you're used to in Toronto and things like that, because shit gets lit in Winnipeg, you know what I'm saying? So it's a pretty hype time. But yeah, that's happening on August 6th. 1 versus 1 breaking, 1 versus 1 open styles. Well, the the prize for the open style is $500.
Okay.
The prize for the 1v1 breaking is $1,000, or
Damn.
travel and accommodation to the BC1 Canadian qualifier of your
Oh
choice,
snap! There you go, yo.
which is
Ooh.
either in Vancouver or Montreal, but
Oh,
nothing is
okay.
hard set yet for that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
just
Dude, all right,
expect
that-
that kind of stuff happening
some
at
ju-
the end of September.
Yo, you said some
So-
juicy things right there, right? Okay.
Time to
Oh, and
start practicing.
I think second place we want to do $500.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's like that's quite a prize. Yo, that's awesome. Like one
Yeah,
usually
you
one
know,
v.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, because usually 1v1 jams, yo, usually like that's like really like prestigious, right? 1v1 jams are like I feel like is the highest competition because like that's what like the CDS jams are all about, like the 1v1s, and then this jam is gonna be a 1v1, so I expect like a lot of like high level b-boys to like come through to this one.
I hope so. You know, like why the fuck would you want to go to Winnipeg? First of all, that's what anybody would.
Right to
And
the
you know,
point.
and that's partly why I traveled so much coming from Winnipeg, and that's a whole story within itself of just like
Mhm.
when you're from an isolated city, nothing really comes through your city in terms of any hip hop or concerts or battles and things like that, or any type of thing. So my crew, we've spent our whole career as Dangerous Goods traveling both Vancouver and east, so like Toronto, Montreal, and everything in between, because we the only privilege we had was being in the center of the country.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where it's not hard, like instead of flying Toronto, Vancouver, that's expensive, right? So that was kind of like, okay, well, let's just go out there and see what we can do, catch wreck in other cities, represent what we think is breaking in our minds, our Winnipeg style.
Mhm.
And as long as we were able to rep and do our thing, you know, like we're happy with that. So win or loss.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's kind of like, and then from that it happens like, okay, yo, y'all should come to Toronto, Winnipeg sometime, you know, talking to all these different, and it eventually happened. Like eventually a couple jams where all of Canada was in Winnipeg in this very neutral ground where
Yeah,
kind of
makes
like
sense.
do your thing without, yo, I'm in Vancouver.
Yo, that's important, bro.
my
Neutral
style,
ground,
or-
bro.
You know, so that's what's really dope about Winnipeg, and I'd really love everybody from across Canada to roll through
Mhm.
and represent.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Dude, that's sick.
I got 1,000 reasons why you should hit in Winnipeg right now.
One per dollar, baby.
One
Not only
dollar.
Yeah,
that,
one.
in the potential qualifier to the Rebel BC1 in Canada. That's freaking. That's like awesome, yo.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so that's what's going on, you know, like pretty excited to just reconnect with my crew. I wish we were more active, but yo, we're all hitting our 40s already right now, so
Oh,
we're all
I
shit.
pretty,
know.
we're all pretty
It is what
old.
it is, bro.
Can't rep, and you see like in Mark Montu flying around with his air flares, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna skip. I'm not gonna enter this.
Yeah, yes, these younger brothers, yeah, they're all hitting up all the jams across the country. or
Yeah,
whatever.
you know what? I'm pretty impressed because I've been keeping watch of all the CDS qualifiers, and yo, people, there's a few people that are just going to every single one.
Mhm.
Like I'm going to
Yeah.
Van, I'm going to Calgary, I'm going to friggin' Toronto, and then probably gonna go to Montreal next week. You know,
Yeah. Oh
so-
yeah.
Yeah.
It's next week. Yeah.
We know a
true.
couple people. Shout out Ifrit. Shout out the brothers.
Mhm.
Shout out
Yeah.
Anton.
I think
Those are
it's
the only
great.
ones we know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great that they're really stimulating the scene in that aspect of competition. So
Mhm.
yeah, where people wouldn't usually travel across, but I think also because of COVID, people are just isolated for like 2 years.
Yeah,
Like,
you
yo,
guys
I'm
do
just ready to
something, yeah.
battle
Mhm.
anybody. I don't care what's happening. So that's dope.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and like again, there's there's qualifiers in all these different provinces, and maybe if like the Winnipeg scene grows, like there would be one there as well, and like
Yeah, and that's why I'm hoping like a lot of cats from out of town could come and inspire the scene, because that's mainly partly the reason why we wanted to do this event, is just to really activate the scene and be like, yo, there's some sick dancing and y'all can be the same thing too. So it's a lot of hoping to get Winnipeg to be inspired.
that makes
by
sense.
this event. Yeah.
So if you're listening to this right now, yo, so what was the name of the jam and when is the date of it?
Definition of ill
Mhm.
on August 6th.
Yeah, yo,
August
write that
6th.
down. Write that down.
22.
All right, yo,
Write that down.
gotta let everyone know, yo, August 6th, definition of ill, bro. Dude, all you gotta know is the 1v1 jam. The prize money of this is better than all of the qualifiers in the CDS, baby, and all the rewards and prestige, yo. Yo, another
it's
reason
pretty
to go to
dope.
Winnipeg, baby. Let's go. And who are the judges for this jam? Is it
We're
announced?
confirming them right now, so
Ah, okay.
I'll
Ooh,
let you know.
secrets.
Well, you'll see.
It's
You
a
gotta stay
secret.
tuned, brother.
True. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, check out Definition of Ill, yo. It's gonna be like probably one of the highest level, I think, jams that's gonna happen in Canada. And it's August, though. August is a good time to visit.
I sure hope
it's a
so,
warm
man.
time.
I sure hope so.
Mhm.
More than
Ju-
welcome. I'll show you all a good time. If you come through,
True.
Hell yeah.
Fingers Goods will show you what's up, man. You'll
Oh
be
yeah,
like,
yo.
yeah, man, this shit's crazy.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
that's
Yo,
what
so
I-
I just curious, just from a non-break perspective. So in Winnipeg, what is there to do? Because we don't. What is there to do in Winnipeg? Because actually, I lived in Toronto all my
Oh yeah,
life, so I don't really know too
so
much about Winnipeg.
like the Toronto obvious choices to go, the tourist spots is like you gotta go to the CN Tower, you gotta go to the graffiti alley, you gotta go. What else is the fucking the must do tourist thing? Eaton Center.
Kensington, CN Tower.
You gotta go to Kensington. I guess so. Yeah,
All right,
CN
well,
Tower. You gotta
mhm.
take a picture in front of
There's a
CN
lot.
Tower. What is like?
Yeah.
What is like
Winnipeg
the
version.
yeah? What is the Winnipeg version? Like if I go tomorrow, what should I? What is the tourist thing I should do?
The first thing any Winnipegger would tell you is to go to the Forks,
The
which
porks.
is
Forks?
where it's kind of like I guess you can call it. It's like a market. It's like St. Lawrence Market combined with waterfront,
Oh, okay.
but it's a river. You know, it's along the river, so it's kind of
Oh,
like
that's sick.
markety, but then it's by the river, so the waterfront. Yeah,
Ah.
so that's a pretty cool spot to
The
check out.
Forks or
The
Forks?
forks, like a fork in the road,
look this up right now?
because it's kind of like the fork of the Assiniboine River and the Red River.
Oh,
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, it does
Is-
look like St. Lawrence Market.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
so that's kind of like the spot. Exchange District is pretty cool in the summertime, which is kind of like in downtown. They have like live shows there all the time and stuff.
Mhm.
Corden Avenue for some boutique shopping, but that'll last like 10 minutes for you. Osborne-
B-boys, bro.
Osborne.
B-boys are cheap, yo.
Yeah, Osborne Village is also like a little strip that's gonna last like 10 minutes, and then
Yeah, the Exchange Mart. That's that where you cipher? That's a cipher spot.
where in Osborne Village,
Village.
Oh,
No,
no.
the fucking Exchange.
Oh.
Village.
and there it is.
True. Nah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm
like
getting-
other than that, like I don't know where else at this point. Fuck, I've been away for so long too. Like I don't even know what's going on there. But
Oh, you guys
But-
got a big metal. Was this a big metal W in the middle of a park? Is that a W?
W for
We did?
Winnipeg.
Oh,
Assiniboine Park,
like
the parks are pretty fun if you just want to chill in
parks
the
look
green.
pretty nice actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just
Assiniboine Park
looking
and
at.
Caledonian Park are pretty dope in the summer.
Say a big W in the park, yo. That means you gotta do the
Yeah,
W freeze, James, when we get there, yo.
Oh,
Can't, my
geez.
knees can't allow me, bro. There's like a Winnipeg sign, and then there's this big metal like art piece of
I
art.
think
in
that's
middle
at
of
the
a park.
Forks too. That's
Mhm.
at the
Yeah,
Forks too.
yeah.
They're
True.
right in front of the
It's the
Human
CMHR
rights.
something.
yeah
Something
Museum of Human
CMHR.
Rights.
Mhm, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Oh, they got. Oh yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So
Canadian Museum for Human Arts is human rights is pretty cool. It
That's
talks
pretty
a lot
cool,
about
actually.
mhm.
of a huge museum of all the different
Oh,
types of human rights activisms and
Okay.
oppressions that
Cool.
happen to all sorts of like cultures all over the world,
Historical.
not just like in
Uh,
Canada. So
that makes
I'm
sense.
gonna get
That's
on.
really
I'm gonna get on
cool.
my social justice queue right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you
So-
go to Winnipeg, yo, but the main event though is you go on August 6th is Definition of Ill, bro. That's the main
Yeah,
reason why you go
yeah.
to Winnipeg. You can do all those other
can't
things too,
wait.
but this is the number one reason why you're gonna go there for Definition of Ill. Highest level of breaking in Winnipeg, baby.
Thank you.
But
It's
yeah.
gonna be great.
So I guess going back, so you went from Winnipeg to Toronto. So what made you want to go to Toronto instead of like let's say like Montreal and Vancouver? And how did you link up with the scene?
I think well, the scene, I'll start with that. Like
Mhm.
my introduction to the Toronto scene was in 2001. I think between 97 and 2000, I was doing a lot of West Coast like repping,
Mm.
because we used to drive all the way to Calgary for 13 hours to enter battles
My
there.
God.
Used to fly to
Oh, God.
Vancouver when Contents Under Pressure, we used to throw jams back in 99 and 2000, and Hard Lino in Calgary. And then one of my crew members, Drift 2, he moved to Toronto, in 1999 for school, Randolph Academy,
Mhm.
for acting and
Ooh.
singing and dancing.
Okay.
And he happened to bump into these young ass like ghetto kids, which happened to be Maximum Efficiency.
Oh, yo,
Back in
Andel, yo.
1999.
Andel, Nastic, big ol' all
Yeah,
those guys.
he met those guys, and he became MEC back in 1999, but just when they started to as well. So my
Oh,
crew
okay.
member John, shout out to John Drift 2, was part of MEC.
Ah.
And John always said, "Yo, man, breaking is sick here. It's a lot more like raw." That's when like the big like Supernaturals and DDT were like really big at battling each other and things like that.
Beefing.
Like Tricks and Boogie Brats were around too as well. So it was a really hype time, a really hostile time in Toronto, but really hype. And then I came here in 2001 to visit my boy, and that's when I met all of the MEC cats, and they're like they're my day ones here in Toronto. And I met Mikey when he was like 13.
Yeah.
Like some crazy shit. He was still taking classes from Benzo and stuff like that. So
Damn, you're there from the very beginning, yo. Jeez.
yeah, so yeah, and then when I moved here, like I met like the GI guys and stuff like that, and they came to Winnipeg once upon a time, and so that's like with when I say GI, it's like kind of like Arthur and Rubik's and Frost. Like that's when we were all still young kids. Shout out to GI. But yeah, that's my relationship with Toronto. And after I came here, I was like, yo, this is it. This is where you're gonna become good. You gotta come. So I started coming to Toronto a lot more after 2001. And started repping as much as I can. And I've been coming here ever since, every other year repping. And then as opposed to leaving from Winnipeg, I threw a lot of jams in Winnipeg and just wasn't feeling it as much anymore. As like I feel like I'm just gonna keep doing the same things forever. Oh, I'm gonna throw this annual jam and it's gonna be hype, and I'm gonna bring people in, and it's dope. And the scene was really dope between like 2010 and 2015 or 2016, right prior to leaving. And then I was like, okay, I can move to Vancouver, because by this time I had Dangerous Goods members moved across the country, so I got members in Vancouver, Calgary, Saskatoon, Winnipeg, and Toronto. Yeah. So I was gonna move out west, but I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling the scene there. If I might feel as much disconnected a bit more, but I was very comfortable with the breaking scene in Toronto.
Yeah, like if you met like all these guys, you're basically in the Toronto scene at that point. Yo, if you were there.
Yeah, especially then.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because
yeah, no good.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because like the Wintour jams, the Wintour Massives, like Wintour, Winnipeg, Toronto, and like, because I know you all organize events with Andel and all those guys.
Yeah.
The 2U, 4U thing. So I'm always wondering, like, how did that came to be? But that makes sense.
Yeah, like around 2010, like MEC started to come to Winnipeg a lot. Like, so Switch, Troubles, Andel, Mikey, Sticks, Emstro. We used to go like back and forth, Toronto, Winnipeg, Toronto. And then around 2014, we just kind of like, yo, we're basically like family already. Like Dangerous Goods and MEC. So yo, let's just like, whenever we connect, let's fucking represent. Because I think 2014, we were going to Freestyle Session in San Diego.
Okay.
Together. We were all staying in the same Airbnb and meeting up with MEC down there. So we're like, yo, Wintour, Winnipeg, Toronto. True. But it just started as just like just a crew thing. It was like, this is us. And then when I moved here, then I was just like, just seeing how breaking was being done in Toronto. I was like, okay, who throws the jams here? Who does the things? And I was like, yo, I want to do something.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, you guys, you want to like just try and throw jams together? Like, although I'm just like the only Winnipeg guy here, but who cares? And Doodles, shout out to Doodles. But yeah, that's how it started. And we're just like, yeah, like you might as well try, like just trying to explore, see what the gaps are in the scene, and provide those, try and fill those spaces with like ciphers and things like that, or something different. And yeah, that's how it became. And now we're not doing anything right now.
Hell yeah.
Wintour Massive is more of a consulting thing now.
Oh yeah? Oh, okay, okay.
Through like consulting Redbull Dance.
Interesting. Ooh, okay.
So just things like that. But I know eventually we want to throw jams again, but I don't know. We're just so busy because we all work at Unity too as well, right?
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
Oh
And,
yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to comment that, yeah, yo, like if you guys don't know, man, yo, but the moment Boobjeste moved to Toronto, that's when a lot of good jams happen, yo. That's like when, like every
Oh.
year, yo, there's always
How
a jam that our
convenient.
crew, our jams are always, there's always a jam that we're looking forward to, and the man over here is the one that helps run it, yo.
Yeah, no, like thanks. It's to do it for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I see so much talent and like, yo, how can we mix it up and change like the vibes and like provide something different that people will enjoy? Because like we kind of reflect on how we felt when we went to jams, what the vibes were like there, like back in the 2000s, and like, yo, it's a lot of raw and just making ciphers happen and making battles happen and just like random shit. And it wasn't always about like the prize. It was just all about pride.
Good time and
crew
pride.
and shit and good times after and getting drunk. So yeah, like yeah, we just want to try and do something. That's why To You For You is more like exhibition vibes, you know, but then also including like the other dance forms and stuff like that. But making that space because we felt like, yo, there's so many talented people, but it's kind of like what you're doing with It's Just Breaking your jam, right?
Oh
like,
yeah,
that's some of these up and coming b-boys like that, yo, like I think they'd appreciate if we just put them on and just kind of like
like a spotlight kind of thing, right? Because nobody, some of these b-boys people don't know, but if you got to give them that little spotlight, and then like it motivates them to go out more and stuff.
For sure, and that's why I respect what you guys are doing, and that's why I was like, when you told me like, yo, I'm throwing a jam, I was like, okay, got you, man, anything you need.
Yeah, because I think part of the idea also got inspired because I remember a few years ago before COVID, or Andel was like doing exhibition battles. Like because I remember he asked me to do one, and I did one for him. Like, yo, that's actually a sick idea. Like, I want to do this. Yeah. And then like a few years later, that's where it came out.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, you're right. Like if you don't make it past the prelims, like you'll never have footage or anything like that. And when you go, like, 100 people
what should
entering,
I post on Instagram?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, why not just like, yo, here's the floor. Who do you want to battle? Or you do a good matchup against this person.
Exactly.
Go at it. Go do it. And then you get your footage and you get hyped and yeah, you get better.
You get 5 likes on Instagram and then you're blessed.
Yo, and if y'all listening right now, yo, there's a To You For You this Saturday, yo. Me and Bobby, we're gonna roll up to that, yo. James, you don't know that, but me and Bobby are gonna go to that event.
What the hell? Why are you keeping secrets from me? What the fuck?
See, man, if you see Eric, call him out. Call out Eric.
Yeah.
Yo, call me out, man. I'm ready,
call this guy out, man.
I'm ready, bro. I'm ready,
all
yo.
This shit talking on the podcast. It's time. This is it.
Yo, it's time, baby.
We're gonna catch him.
James, you gonna be there to back me up, dog? Because Bobby ain't gonna back me up.
Yo. Let's get Bobby to battle and stuff, though. I'll tell Chris Luskin to be there.
True. But yeah, yo, respects, bro. Yo, thank you again. We really appreciate what you're doing for the scene for us newer generation b-boys, and like you're putting the blueprint on how to do it.
No, you guys are doing a great job, and you really inspire me. Like as long as y'all keep breaking the younger scene, I'll keep trying my best to make those opportunities happen. You know what I'm saying? So hold it down.
Yes,
for Canada.
The last ball.
I'm gonna put this out here right now. If someone calls out Eric, you'll hit me up right after, and I'll shout you out, bro. I'll shout you. You get the five. I'll put 2 racks on Eric's head right now.
2 racks.
You gotta clean it.
Better watch out. This guy's got like a triple halo or some shit, man.
But yeah, you gotta smoke the shit out of Eric. You smoke the shit out of Eric, I'll give you a whole rack, bro.
We'll give you a It's Just Breaking sweater, yo.
Yeah, I'll give you my It's Just Breaking sweater.
All right, Jim, what were you gonna ask?
On the podcast. I'm gonna ask. So let's bring it back because Eric has to flip flop all over the place. We still don't know barely anything about you. So how did you first get that? How did you get the name Boobjester, and how did your crew start?
Okay, so Boobjester is a funny name.
Yeah,
there we go.
I've had that name.
It says boob right there, so.
Yeah, I've had that name since like 1996. My first breaking name was Bones because I was super skinny back 14 years old.
So like Sticks, yeah, but Bones.
Yeah, that's basically Sticks. I felt Sticks. Like, you better watch out, man. Like, the fat will like come for you. And you're gonna have to soon. So you better watch out, bro. Stay active. Because I used to be skinny.
Oh, shit.
But but yeah, first breaking name was Bones, and then I turned it to Jester because of Top Gun was one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
and
okay,
there's a,
okay.
there's a pilot, if
Top
you know,
Gun 2
like
is
Tom
coming out.
Cruise, Top Gun. Yeah, like there's
oh, and yo, what the fuck? I just got an ad for it right now on my computer.
see,
That's actually
the fucking
that's
government's
mad.
watching you, bro.
Oh God.
But yeah, there was a pilot named Jester. He was one of the instructors, like a Jester, that's cool, you know. So it wasn't about like kings and queens and shit like that. It was more Top Gun. So I was named Jester for a while, and then I found out that there was a Jester in Toronto, like
yeah,
which is
Jazzy
Jazzy
Jester.
Jester.
Mhm.
So fun fact, his cousin is from his cousin Brad from Flip Rock taught him how to break from Winnipeg, and
Oh,
Flip
okay.
Rock
Oh,
was
yeah.
one of the top crews in Winnipeg, my generation, mischief generation.
Mhm.
But yeah, like so I found out there was a Jester, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna go to Toronto and battle this guy for the name. So the boob part is because my name is Bob, and it was just an evolution of my
Oh.
friends calling me different things with Bob, like Bob the
Ah,
Builder,
Bob the Builder.
SpongeBob. But then Bob evolved into Boob, so a lot of my friends back in the day called me Boob. They still call me Boob to today.
Mhm.
And then I just like on Asian Avenue, I was like, I'm just gonna name myself Boobjester. So it has nothing
Did
to
it
do
work?
with like, playing with boobs or anything. So just to make it clear for anybody that thinks like,
Yeah, that's
I'm a
always.
pervert or some shit like that, it's because
That's funny.
because I put the boob in front of Jester just to differentiate from Jazzy
Jazzy
Jesse.
Jesse.
Shout out to Jesse,
That makes sense.
my Jester brother,
Uh,
and then yeah, it just stuck. I just stuck with it because it was like, yo, what if I became famous one day and everybody just knew my name was Boobjester? Wouldn't that be the funniest shit ever?
Yeah, dude, it's like a funny name, yo. Like, Boobjester,
Yeah,
like, how did that?
that's definitely a name you'll never forget. So
Mhm.
True.
so yeah, that's how I got my name.
That makes sense, yo. Oh, so right now
That's
we're gonna
funny.
take a quick break because yo, we're poor b-boys. We don't have that Zoom Pro, yo. So we're gonna reset this and we're back from our break, baby. Let's go.
Okay,
All right, yo,
never
we're
mind.
back from our
I
little
guess it's a
break, yo.
surprise.
Yo,
I
we
guess
get back
it's a
to it.
surprise now.
Mhm. Well, so we
Anyways.
now we know how Boobjester got his name, and yo, let's talk about his crew, yo, Dangerous Goods. So how did that happen?
So Dangerous Goods is a combination of 4 different crews in Winnipeg.
Okay. Super
Goodfoot crew, which was my crew, my second crew after Mischief. Trick Kids, Kids Club.
Wait. Trick
And,
kids? Like trinkets?
No, trick, like
Oh,
Trick
okay.
and Kids.
Trinkets. All right, my bad. Did it
And,
number 2?
Yeah, and Uptown Boogie. Those were the 4 crews that
Whoa.
were in Dangerous Goods.
Oh, okay.
We were all competing against each other between like 98 and 2001. We were all like, we were the 4 crews in the city, and Flip Rock too as well, or Floor Originals at that point. But then like all of our crews died up, you know, life, like
Yeah.
it happens to everybody.
Mhm.
And every crew only had like 2 or 3 members left. And so, but we also want to keep breaking. So we started breaking together. We started just like, okay, well, y'all want to practice together? We're the only ones now in all of Winnipeg, like 8 people. So we all broke together, and then so that was around like 2002. We started Dangerous Goods. We just happened to be like, oh, there was a crew battle in Calgary called Battle of Alberta.
Battle of Alberta. Okay.
Yeah, back in 2002, and we're just like, well, you guys want to go to Calgary and rep one last time as like one whole city in one van?
I'm getting the band back together.
Yeah. So we're just like, hey, fuck it. So we didn't even have a crew name yet. We just jumped in a van with like, hey, let's drive 13 hours to Calgary and represent as Winnipeg, because we didn't know if this might be the last time we're gonna battle like ever, like because we were kind of like, everybody was kind of in the outs of breaking almost died in Winnipeg at one point. So
damn, okay.
But because of that trip to Calgary, it kind of resurrected and inspired us to just keep going. We were driving to Calgary, and I don't know if you've ever driven along the Trans-Canada Highway, but every time you enter a city, there's like a Dangerous Goods route.
Oh,
where they all the chemicals and the toxic shit
yeah,
avoid like traffic and stuff like that. And we kept seeing it. We're just like, yo, would it be cool if we called ourselves Dangerous Goods? Ha ha.
Yo, they're carrying
We're like,
danger
yeah,
in
let's
the
do
van,
it,
baby.
you
Let's
know?
go.
And then the thought behind it is like, yeah, when they come to Winnipeg and they get smoked by Dangerous Goods, every time they drive by a city, they'll get reminded, you guys get smoked.
That's actually, yeah, that's
So-
clever.
Getting
So we're
smoked
like,
by
okay, cool,
dangerous
Dangerous
goods.
Goods.
That's funny. That's
Yeah,
actually funny.
so yeah, that's not really the most clever explanation, but that's how it happened. And after that, we came back. Like we lost. I think we lost to like Vancouver or Edmonton or something like that.
Okay.
We're like, yo, fuck, we can do this, man. We can rep as a crew. So
Mhm.
that's when Dangerous Goods started in 2002.
Oh, I see. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
And then we eventually ended up adding new members. Started off with 7, added 2 more from Kids Club and Uptown Boogie. It was just Trick Kids and Goodfoot, and then Lost Toys from Saskatoon, which is Truth and Spooks.
Mhm.
Joined our
Oh,
crew
Spooks.
back
Oh, I
in
remember Spooks.
yeah,
Mhm.
2009. And then and Candace also joined in 2009 as well. The B Girl in our crew, B Girl Infinite.
Mhm.
And yeah, we have 14 members in our crew all across the country.
Oh, hey yo.
Damn.
And yeah, shout out to John. He was part of Dangerous Goods, but he's moved on to as well, Drift 2.
Mhm,
But,
true.
yeah, so
So what's going on with Dangerous Goods now? So are you guys just mainly like, I guess, promoting events rather than battling now?
no. Like we're not active as much anymore. Like different members do different things. You know,
Mhm.
like when I moved to Toronto, I kind of felt it was like okay, how about everybody just figure out their life right now because we're not getting any younger. You're just gonna wake up and be like a 50-year-old b-boy trying to break dance, right? So
Oh,
I wanted to give some space to the crew to just kind of like live their life, because like I was 22 when Dangerous Goods started, and the
Mhm.
youngest member was 15, and then now I'm like 42, and the youngest member is 35,
mhm.
and everything in between, right? So it's just like, yo, we can't. If you're not, we should have. If we were gonna be the best in the world, we should have done that in the 2000s, mid 2000s already. We were
True.
like 25, you know. So, but that's
No,
not
there's
it.
still a
So
chance, bro.
Yo,
There's
tell
still a
to
chance.
Anton, dog.
there's
Tell to
always a
Anton,
chance.
yo.
it's great. Everybody just, I think some of them they all still trying to break, go to practice. I know Spooks practices like twice a week, and with Rude and Seven and stuff. Candace doesn't break as much anymore. The guys in Winnipeg, only really Dark and Lester maybe break. Ricky's a break DJ. Mav one.
Oh, Mav 1. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
his
remember
mixtapes
Mav
are
1.
ill. Go check them out on SoundCloud if you want to hear something different.
Mhm.
Yeah, Anton.
And yeah, so that's what it is. Everybody's like kind of like doing their thing, you know, but every now and then we'll send each other clips of us like, yo, man,
Yeah.
smoke you. Like
Yeah.
a small set, call you out,
Piece of
dog,
shit.
fuck you, man.
That's
Smoke you,
holding
Your
that's the glue,
balls.
bro. That's the glue for the
Yeah.
that's the glue for the crew, yo.
Yeah, shit talking
No,
helps. That's
no,
how
no.
shit
Shit
talking
talking is
yeah.
always the best, yo.
But yeah,
Shit
I love my
talking
crew,
helps.
love Dangerous Goods. They're hype, and they keep me playing. They're funny. They're funny ass guys if you ever get to hang out with them.
Yo, man. And again, yo, you get that opportunity at Definition of Ill, baby, August 6th. So, yo, you gotta reach
Wait,
that.
when is it? Wait, hold on. Wait, when is that jam?
Yo, August 6th, baby,
Oh my god,
2022.
where? Oh my
In
god,
Winnipeg.
where? In Win? Oh my god, I
You
gotta
can't-
get my passport. Wait. It's in Canada.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit.
Alright.
It's gonna be a good time, man. My
Mhm.
crew's super funny, and they're kind of gangster too. So
True.
Watch what you say around
Old school
them.
breaking.
Yeah.
All right. So we have
but
a-
yeah, no, it's
we
gonna be a
have-
good time.
Mhm.
We have a standard question that we always ask. So when is
Yeah.
the time that you smoked the shit out of someone? When was the time you've been smoked?
Ah, remember well, I've been
Everyone knows
smoked a
when they've
bunch
been
for
smoked.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone knows.
smoked-
I got smoked on Tuesday by Anton. He just smoked the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah?
shit.
Fuck, I wasn't
But,
even there, yo.
Fun times.
Yeah, you missed. So it didn't actually happen.
Smoked. When did I get smoked? Okay, I'll tell you when I did get smoked. That's
Mhm.
that really changed my way of breaking. Was
Oh, shit.
King of the Ring in
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
in 2006 in Toronto. I
Let's-
battled
let's look
Miracles.
that up.
Miracles? Oh, shit.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. You won't find footage of King of the Ring. It's
Oh,
such an
yeah.
underground jam. It's
Yeah,
hard to
it's
find
hard.
footage of it.
Is it the one where they're in a boxing ring or whatever?
Yeah.
Yes,
something
it
else?
was in a boxing ring, and it was in the parking lot of somewhere
What? That's
on-
crazy.
off Dufferin and
Was it
King
the
of
first King of the
Ring.
Ring or the second? There's two, wasn't there?
There's a second King of the Ring, the high production one.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's when they
the
brought
All Out
down
War
like
documentary.
Oh, that's
yeah, Art of
were
War.
you?
Art of War documentary is the closest
Yeah.
you're gonna get to watching footage of that.
So you're in that one. You're in that one. The Art of War
Yes.
doc. Damn.
Not
okay.
in. Actually, if you purchase the DVD, yeah, actually there's two DVDs. One is the documentary. The second DVD is all the battles.
Oh,
from
shit.
Yeah,
King of the Ring.
what? I didn't know this. Oh my god! I'm gonna buy that.
I have it on my.
Oh,
yeah,
actually-
wow.
they're
it was
actually
like
gonna
it was
find
so sick. It was like the craziest shit. I wasn't even gonna do it. I didn't even believe I got the phone call to be like, "Yo, you want to compete in this?" So it was really cool. Like top 16 Americans versus top 16 Canadians. 32,
Oh, that's what that was.
32 competitors.
Shit.
Yeah.
16 Canadians, 16 Americans, and yeah, I got smoked. Just ran through everybody. It's crazy. But no, Canada held their own. But I got smoked by Miracles, and that was like when I watched the footage now, or when I reflected like after that battle, I was like, I don't know how to battle properly,
Oh shit.
and
my
that was the
God.
moment where I turned into like a battle cat. Like I was just
Ah.
like, yo,
shit.
I have to learn burns. I have to do. But sometimes you got to get smoked to learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? So-
Yeah,
Yeah.
yo, you
Yeah.
win or you learn, yo. You Winnipeg or you learn.
so but yeah, that was one time I
Stupid
got
ass.
smoked. But King of the Ring, like if you
Mhm.
can ever find footage, watch that shit, because like that's when
Yo.
like Luigi and Casper on to come up.
They were
and
there
we-
too?
We're all
What the
super
fuck?
young, man.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't watch the documentary?
I watched it, but I just remember. Wait, was that the one with Dizzy Machine?
That's the one with Dizzy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dizzy, Machine, Casper, and Alien S. And Alien S couldn't
Yeah,
go
Alien.
to Canada.
Yeah, I
so he
remember
went
that
to
one. I remember
Switzerland.
that one. I remember the Alien.
the best
where he got
part.
stranded, yo.
He's just fucking just doing nunchucks and
Yeah, I
Switzerland
remember
and
that.
down
Oh my
mountains.
god. Yo,
Yeah.
yo, we should watch a watch party of what's it
Yo,
called
I'm
again?
gonna find this. I'm a All Out War. I'm gonna find
All Out
this
War,
DVD.
yeah.
Actually,
On YouTube.
I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. I remember seeing
No,
that.
but I need the double disc, bro. I need the double disc. I
Oh,
need
the
the other one.
DVD. Yeah.
How much
it's,
you selling that for, bro?
It's gonna
How much
be
you
hard.
selling it?
Yeah, yeah.
I
How
don't
much?
know,
How much
man.
for a burn?
There's some rare shit. And I have a lot of backstage footage too and stuff. And it's like
Ooh,
cipher
Damn.
stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe it might show up on Bag of Clips one day. Who knows?
true, 100%. Yo. Yeah, so I
Shout out
guess
to Bag of Clips.
so King of the Ring was a really high production one, right? What was it, the one with the Red Bull logo in the middle, or is that something else?
No, there was no Red Bull logo in the middle.
There was
Oh,
ones
okay,
on the
okay.
It
side.
was just a ring. Yeah.
I think it was like Rebels on the side, in the
But
corners.
it was one of those really, yo, man, we had like Ken Swift and freaking Zulu Gremlin judging and
Mhm.
Steph, and obviously all the American, like KML was hosting. Like it was fucking crazy. It was,
Yeah.
like, I used to like when you're there and you like you watch these videos of these guys for so many years, like
Hmm.
massive monkeys and Flipside Kings and shit, and all of a sudden you have to battle them. I'm like, oh
yeah,
shit,
that's crazy, yo.
all right.
Yeah. Wasn't like Jaromski there too? I
Yeah,
think.
Jaromski, Juice.
Oh my god!
Who else? Rocksrite, Machine.
Wow.
yeah,
I just went to the
Black
All Out
Phone.
War. I went to the
Yeah.
All Out War website, and it's some Chinese website now.
Chinese website, damn.
Oh wow.
Your
It's
Chinese
gone.
buying everything, eh? Websites.
Very
fucking
interesting
property.
documentary. It was a different time in Toronto,
Mhm.
so,
Yeah, the
yeah,
Dizzy
so,
part was
yo.
good.
Hmm. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I was gonna use this to springboard to this, yo. So many people don't know, but Boobjester helps put out the Red Bull events in Canada and Toronto, yo. So you tell us a little bit about that, yo. How that came to be and what is
Oh,
that
you
like?
didn't talk about who you smoked.
Oh, I didn't smoke anybody, man. No,
You're a peaceful guy.
I don't know. I honestly fucking smoked somebody. I don't know. Maybe a crew from Saskatoon in Calgary. Like
Saskatoon.
yeah. I don't know. Like I did like a hard smoke, like there's beating and there's like destroying somebody.
Yeah.
What about What about destroying someone? What about
Yeah.
someone in your crew? You said you do a lot of shit talking.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
In the crew, who in the crew's
Well-
been destroyed, and you always rip on them for it.
No, there's no easy props in my crew. Like we hate that shit. And we're just like, yo, I did an air flare. I didn't see it. Do it again. Oh, you can't do it? You suck. So like shit like that. I was like, oh, you want to battle? Like 30 rounds right now? Okay, let's go. Yo, don't do my shit. I'll battle you. If you look at every
That's
member,
bold,
we
yo.
all break so differently from each other because we didn't have that kind of, we didn't want to bite. We really wanted to use our brains to really create something different from the person beside us. So
That makes sense.
so yeah, the person I battled the most in the crew is bboy 7. If you look him up, he's fucking one of the rawest b-boys in my crew, but he was my sparring partner.
Ooh, okay.
For the most part, like almost every practice, we're like, let's go rounds, man, let's go.
True, that's
And,
sick, yo.
Yeah, so shout out to 7, my sparring partner. He's the guy. But I battled everybody in the crew. I'm the one that's always trying to call up people in the crew, like at practice and stuff.
And was
No,
this
man, 3
after?
rounds, let's go right now.
It's because you're the oldest. Because you're the oldest. You gotta bully them.
Yeah, yeah. Not really bully, because I get mine too, man. They give it to me. Hard. I'm like, yo, man, you got.
True. And was this like
that's what kept all of us motivated.
Well, was this after King of the Ring too? Like that you started sparring these crewmates?
Before and after. Like,
Okay,
since
okay.
2002, we're like, yo, let's not fuck around. Like, we would prefer dangerous goods. Let's fucking be dangerous and good.
Oh, that's it, yo.
Just fucking soft and Charmin pillows and shit like that. No,
True.
fucking come hard as fuck.
Just need the energy, baby. Let's go in these battles, yo. That's the energy that the Unknown Floor Force brings, yo, when they battle. Freaking intense.
Yeah, man. I relate to them. That's why. Like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to just fucking do it. Don't even give respect at the end. Just be like, fuck you. We'll be friends in 10 years anyways.
Oh yeah.
When you're all
Exactly.
old and shit, you're like, okay, I'm friends with everybody. Hey, how's it going?
That makes sense. Yeah, for sure.
But when you're young, like, and I think like when you're young, like you gotta be hungry and you gotta not give a fuck about what anybody says.
Yeah, that's how you be the best. That's how you put your name out there too.
Yeah. And then when you're older, then you can be humble then. But until then, just fucking smoke as many people as you can, man. Smoke me, man. Smoke anybody that's in front of you. I always said that. Like whenever I was training people or teaching them, I was like, I want you to smoke me one day. I want you to like call me out and just destroy me. Because it's kind of like a Sith mentality.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
fucking
Sith
train them
mentality.
until they can kill you.
There can only be one Sith, bro. There can only be one Sith, dog.
There can only be one. But yeah, no, like I just want everybody to be good. And like that's reflected in the rest of the Winnipeg scene around that time, like Winston's generation, like with Paranormal Pandas and stuff, like I really wanted them to be good. And so whenever they practiced with us, we barely gave them props. Do it again. It's not suck. But that's why they come hard now. Like Winston, he's like one of the only generation from that generation left that's actually still active.
That makes sense, yo. Shout out, dog. Shout out. He's gonna be representing in
That's our
Montreal
boy,
this
bro.
weekend, yo. So hopefully he does
Nice.
Yo, you know what? I'll put another band on Winston's head right now, bro.
well.
I'm joking. I would never.
Where are you getting his money,
Only on
James? Where are
air.
you getting his money?
Yo, dog. Yo, Red Bull
Winston will
sponsorship?
battle anybody. Watch out. For that.
I'm not battling anybody, but I put bands on everyone else.
True. All right, yo. So let's
That's
get
what-
back
that's
to that
what a
Red Bull
boss
thing,
does.
yo. So tell us about the Red Bull stuff. Like, what's going on with that?
What do you want to know? Like, what's going on?
So like I guess like how like were you
Eric wants a
were you
job.
part of the nah, that's not it, man. So, were you part of the very first Red Bull that happened in Canada? That like one that Phil versus Fleo in the finals?
That was 2015. Yeah, I was on the advisory committee for that.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
then as I was there.
Yeah, because I remember for the longest time we were like, yo, when is there gonna be a Red Bull for Canada? And then 2015, that's when it all started, yo. So like, yo, how did that came to be?
Yeah, we pushed like because when the same organizer of King of the Ring, he was still at Red Bull, and we were kind of leading as we saw the momentum grow in globally for BC1. Like we're like, yo, like people like Benzo was like, because I was still in Winnipeg, but Benzo was really the catalyst to really try and get that going again. Like, yo, we need one in Canada. We got dope b-boys in Canada. We need to find a way to make it happen. Because Canada, Red Bull Canada is into like crashed ice racing and
Oh yeah, the other extreme sports.
That's what Red Bull Canada was known for. But like we already knew, like, yo, the dance thing is really big globally, and hopefully one day they'll just give us get the green light to do a BC one, and it finally happened in 2015. So that was super exciting when that happened, and I'm super happy that I was a part of that and helping out.
It makes sense, yo. And
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
like, look at this now. Phil made it to the finals in 2015, and he made it to the finals of this year in the World Finals, yo. That's a way to go full circle with that.
Them
So
seeds,
Canada,
Yeah, no,
Canada
it-
does have the talent, yo. We have the talent.
And that's
Canada's
what
got
it is,
talent.
and that's Canada's got talent. I kind of we knew that if we just get the right, like if we just keep on trying to send people out there, like somebody's gonna just make it, like Phil, you know.
Mhm.
So that's so like so yeah, that's why we kept trying and trying, even with when we did Journey with at the boat, which is
Oh,
where we still sent
yeah.
somebody to the last chance cipher.
Mhm.
We just kind of like, come on, man, just at least get a flight for us, get them into the last chance cipher. We don't need a huge production. We just need to send a Canadian out.
Right.
We need to rep Canada, you know. So
All right.
and luckily they believed in that, and now Phil won that, and now look at him now, like 3-4 years later.
He's a superstar
Shout
in
out
the
Phil.
scene right now, yo.
He's a superstar.
Yeah, so
K-pop star.
it's been a pleasure working with Redbull. They really listen to what we think and what's best, and we're trying our best to like do our due diligence to make sure Canada is represented properly to some
Mhm.
capacity. So
Yo, that's perfect, yo.
Yeah, my last question about Red Bull. What was your favorite Red Bull event that you threw, and why was it 2016 Red Bull BC1 Canada Cipher?
because you know, James somehow made it into the top 16.
Exactly, yo.
Oh,
Somehow,
yeah.
somehow made it, yo. How did he make it?
Yeah, I did do that.
I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Like
Oh,
I
man.
like that the 26th one. I just showed up the day of, like June 1st. I
So,
moved here,
who's
and I
this
just
guy?
kind of went straight to the venue. So I wasn't sure of like how all the prelims and stuff happened. So there you go.
Yeah, James,
How do you
only you were
feel?
there. Only
This
you
is
were
how
there.
I did it. This
We
is how I
interview
made
you.
it. This is how I made it. So I went into the cipher. I walked out of the cipher. I dapped up my boy Taisuke, and I was like, "Yo, write my name down." That's how it went.
Nice.
No, I just. He's like, "Yo, remember me a couple months back? I saw you in Japan. Yeah. Write my name down right there." Okay. No, I just
All right.
I don't
No,
even
that's dope.
honestly. I actually don't understand how I made it. I probably it was because I know Taisuke, but like fucking like the week before I was in Cuba at my friend's wedding, so I didn't practice at all. I got fat as shit, ate a bunch of food. I went. I'm like, all right, I gotta work all this weight off. I'm just gonna go raw. I just fucking, you know, like you don't practice after a while, and then you practice like for the first
Yeah.
time, and it's like the best practice ever. It's like one
Yeah.
of that. It was like one of those. So then like I just left. I was like, I gotta work in the morning. Fuck this. I'm out. And then people like message me the next day. They're like, "Yo, where the fuck were you? Why didn't you stay? Why didn't you stay?" And they're like, "You made it." I'm like, "What are you talking about? You're fucking."
Yeah,
They're
buddy.
like, "No, you made it, bro." He's like, "Get the fuck up."
Nice.
Like, I'm like, "What?" I just called the work. I'm like, "I'm not coming in." Ding.
That's awesome.
Like,
No, because I see like the intro of your thing, and then
Oh,
the
yeah.
clip of you breaking at the BC one.
oh yeah, I
Yo,
did,
holla,
I did
yo,
so
gotta,
bad, though.
gotta let everyone know that James made it to the Red Bull.
Oh shit! Oh, I did that. Yeah, I did that. I did
Yeah,
so
you did
bad
that,
though. I
man.
wish
Represent, man.
I did terrible. Don't even. I represented, but I represented some garbage.
True. God damn.
Now you're a
But-
better person now.
Now you're just
Yeah.
shit talking now
Yeah,
on the
if it was
on
now,
YouTube.
Nah,
Oh,
no one
I
should
heard-
allowed to shit talk that.
was
Unless
that
you made it
battle
to
at
Rebel yourself.
the harbor or something? At the Troubles' jam in front of the water. You did
Oh
some like
yeah,
you did
yeah.
a set
Yeah.
and then you went into a 90 and you yelled. I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
You remember that shit?
I had
That was
to-
shit was hype.
I had to-
Anyway, just give
I
me
had
props
to
for that.
inspire the crowd. I had to inspire the crowd to woo for that.
Yeah.
Honestly, guys, if we won that,
he was
So,
gonna jump
I
down
was
and he was gonna
planning
jump
on,
in the water, yo.
I swear to God, I was gonna jump in the water.
I was
if
like,
we made
bro,
it to
don't
the
do this
finals, I was
shit,
gonna
bro.
end my set by jumping into the water.
That's like that's
crazy.
that shit I like,
Nope.
man. I like that fucking yelling.
That's crazy.
I can do it. So we call that in my crew. We call that a battle cry when you just need to
Battle
do
cry?
like
Oh,
a
shit.
roll back or an air
Yeah,
flare or
yeah.
just something super crazy. You have to yell at the same time.
You squeeze out the wind like
Yeah.
that.
But,
Squeeze out the
The
wind.
question, what was the question? Favorite Red Bull event to witness?
Oh, I'm just talking. I just wanted to talk shit about. I just
He just
Oh,
wanna
okay.
he
I
just
just
wanna
wanted-
talk about
I just wanted
himself,
to
yo.
go. I just want to
Okay.
talk about myself. What's the point of
Nice.
having a podcast?
Sure, all right,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
ask this question: who do you think? Who are your top 3 b-boys in Canada right now? No, in no order. Or who do you think is like gonna be the one that's gonna win this year, or like gonna make it out big? Not
Well,
including Phil or Ills, like newer
not
people.
including because
Yeah,
yeah, obviously
not-
there's like so many good people. You know, like
yeah.
it's really hard because, like I said, it like you said, it's subjective and it all depends what you like. You know, even for me, after doing the Congress, like I noticed what my biases are. Like as you get older, you just like certain
Yeah.
styles of breaking. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
that
I
makes
love
sense.
top rock.
You
or
just
I love
gotta admit,
blues.
yeah,
You know, you just
yeah.
like what you like what you like because
Mhm.
that's just like getting old and shit. But if you're talking competitively of who's
Yeah,
who's got the
competitively.
juice to make it big, obviously, well, Phil is there. But
Yeah. Besides Phil, Fleo, and Ills, I guess those
Yeah,
are like
yeah,
the
forget
the
them because like
default.
yeah, everyone says
No,
that.
they're
But
all
come
them.
on, some new
Shout out to
names.
shout out to everybody they named there.
Mhm.
I really like Mass. He's
Okay,
super
yeah.
good. He's on the way.
Mass is killing it now. Shout out.
Yeah, he won the last jam,
Um,
so yeah, you're killing it.
Yeah, like obviously the Clantis brothers, they're all pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they count as one.
Agree.
All three of
Yeah.
them count as one.
The Filipino brothers. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. You know, like everybody out, like it's just so hard. Like every person you expect, like to be good, to be in the top three, they're basically there.
Mhm, that
Like
makes
Emma
sense.
and Tiff, like they're all there. They're all there. Like, I think the BC one last year, the Canada Cipher that was live streamed. I
Mhm.
think that
Mhm.
16 is like kind of carrying the
Yeah,
torch right now.
yeah, all those guys are like solid.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
all good. Yeah.
Like after that, they just kind of all of them just kind of like are super hype. If you watch their footage now, they like really boosted up. So anybody from those 16
Mhm,
are
that
like
makes
kind of the
sense.
next generation in Canada.
Yeah,
But yeah,
for sure. Makes
yeah,
sense,
and
yo.
this was it.
Right on,
And
man.
James and ET
Oh,
creating the next
Yo,
generation.
respect. Now,
yo,
what is your
tell-
top? What's the top Canada podcast about breaking? How about that?
Oh, it's gotta be
It's gotta be
be.
Cypher Sons.
Shout out to
shout
Cypher
out to
Sons.
Cypher Sons. Shout out to is it a Razzie D? Yeah, the
Razzie
podcast
Dean,
in
like he's got a
Vancouver.
podcast. I think of what the podcast it really brings a lot of information to the scene, and
Mhm.
some people are just like want to hang out and
Hold
just
on.
listen, you know. So shout out to all you guys. That's why I was like, yo man, I gotta get on their podcast, yo.
Yo, we ain't that big, bro. We ain't that
That's where
big.
it's at. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but yeah, no. Shout out to podcasts.
Thanks,
and
yo.
doing
And,
stuff.
and last question. So, what advice would you give to the newer generation b-boys that you see, or just the newer generation of in general, like competitively, or like just the process of breaking? What would you give?
The process, like anything for the next generation.
Like something that you wish you knew, or something like
Something
that.
I wish I knew. Well, learn how to battle first of all.
Okay, yeah,
That is
I like that.
Rick. At the end of the day, this is still a battle dance. I think where
so as
you
well.
have to understand how to have that conversation in the cipher. It doesn't have to be all extreme and shit and all the fucking stabbing and guns and shit, but that's like, you know, like you got to know how to have that conversation. Really trying. What are you trying to say with your round? You know, like a sentence, right? Is there a run-on sentence? Is there an exclamation?
Right.
What do you want your legacy to be?
Okay.
Do you want to be a villain in the scene? Do you want to be the fucking champion, world champion? Do you want to be the shadowy guy in the cipher on the side? You want to be that mysterious, you only know the name, but only there's zero footage of you online, and then you just see them at the jam and they're just like, yo, fuck, this guy's crazy. Like what kind of legacy do you want to leave the community as who you want to be? You know? So, or do you want to be a community builder? You want to be like there's so many different options for a dancer to be, not just be good at breaking. But
Yeah.
like, what kind of mark do you want to leave? And then work towards that. And yeah, like and just something that's worked for me and my crew is just stay true to what you believe your breaking is and your authenticity. Like and then just be real with what you can and can't do and adapt and just try your best. Like I could never air chair, but I adapted. Yeah, I've always wanted to do an air chair or swipes or halos, which I can't do none of those, but I adapted to my style. Yeah, I can't do it, man. I know. Trust me, all the Toronto people in front of me. You can't swipe, bro. It's like no man, I can't
Swipe
swipe.
and Halo, that's like the staple. Toronto staple.
Winnipeg was flares and windmills, man.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
fuck, I wish I could flare. I wish I could
Something
make
games can't do.
There's everybody in my crew like got halos except for me. So, but yeah, like explore your own. Like that's the old school mentality. Try and be creative as much as you can. And
Mhm.
if you're watching footage and you're seeing dope shit, try not to be that.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, I think I saw this footstep, I saw this freeze, I saw this type of style. Try and be different. And that's why it always surprises me every time you watch breaking or the new BC1 or whatever. There's some person that's doing some crazy new shit every year. And I've been watching, like, had this mindset for like 20 years.